How are you doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to joining for more. Good call. Doing alright. My brother was in a less than enthused mood about getting home from being stuck behind a tanker and was less than enthused with my decision of detour because he wanted to get home for some other reason. I was half tempted to remind him about the last time that he pissed me off while I was driving him many years ago. Wouldn't be the first time I threatened to throw him out of the car. Well, he got home in the end, so... And have to walk, so... Fingers crossed, although I don't hear it. You'll be alright. Oh, it hasn't been your fault. It's mostly been technical difficulties with the internet. I'm confident that I am in this case.
How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the paper plane in, and now we are live. I'm Yuka Danui, and joined with me is Sherman again today, as we're now.
How's it, everybody?
As we're now finally back here in Cringe Fiction Thursdays, and man, it has been a long while since I actually got to do these again, and. To be honest, I really hope that things go well okay, because I think cringe fictions are starting to run a little bit cursed as of late. I don't know. But
I reckon you'll be alright.
I hope so too. Okay, now where we last left off when it comes to... Now, for those who are not really into the know, cringe fiction is where I actually take the time of the day where I read out loud on fan fictions fan fictions or fan comics that have aged, well, significantly awful since they were first time released, or just awful comics in general that are just borderline cringy. And And our current subject when it comes to Naruto for our cringe fiction is Naruto meets Aang, and the premise is about a few ninjas from the Naruto world transport themselves into the Avatar world in order to stop a third party force that could potentially be ruinous to both worlds. And
causes this one no end of cringe.
oh, hi, honey. And this is written by me back when I was 15 years old in the era of 2007. And I decided to just go and bite the bullet and read this out loud to you. And where we last left off, we had to redo a lot of chapters because they did not get to record my voice, and it's a good thing that I have my PNG tuber enabled, so that way I can actually tell that my voice is actually recorded live here in the stream. You guys can hear me too, right?
And clear so far.
Okay, that's good. Now then, and where we last left off, well, Chapter 8 is where Toph gets to actually say her beef that's to Gaara, and it's like borderline cringe ship moments right there. I don't know. And and now they decide, and now after they committed like what is basically mass murder with Fire Nation soldiers that came out of the fucking woodwork, that they decided to just head back to the group where it's in the other side of the woodlands, and where the fuck they are in the bumfuck in the bumfuck of the earth kingdom, because that's stupidly big.
And I shall take off here because cringe tends to make my brain hurt a fair bit. But I shall leave you two to it. Have fun. And
coward.
Breaking the brain. Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't going to say, but yeah.
Have fun breaking your brain, hun, and have fun being flustered.
Fine. Alright. I guess without further ado, love you too. I guess without further ado, we finally get to continue where we left off on Naruto meets Aang, Chapter 9. And Chapter 9, Unleashed. I'm going to ignore these little bits here because we're going to try to go straight to the point and minimize the cringe damage as we can. In the mid-noon, everyone was waiting for Toph and Gaara to show up so they can continue into the journey to the nearby village. Do you think they'll ever show up? Naruto asked. I sent a wireless connection to Gaara. He said he'll come now that he found Toph. Neji said. Why did I mistype that? That sounds like good news, Aang said. Then, at a few moments, Gaara and Toph appeared right in front of the gang in the flash. Toph, you feel better now? Kiba asked. Yeah, after a little run-off and some space to think. I'm all better now thanks to Gaara, Toph replied. What do you mean, thanks to Gaara? Did he do something to you? Sokka asked. Then Gaara said, Sokka, what Toph is trying to say is, much later, and I am not going to include that. and that's how it happened. Gaara finished. Right, Sokka said sarcastically. Toph apologizes? That's new, Sakura said. How would you know that? And I thought you were going to leave the gang for good, Aang said. Who'll tell you that nonsense? Toph questioned. Okay, we have to move out now. Since we're all together. Gaara's explanation took a half an hour, but we still need to reach the unknown village by nightfall, Neji said. Neji's got a point. Let us hope that there's nothing troublesome about this bridge. Shikamaru agreed. Then they chattered for agreement. For agreement. Oh my god, why did I type that back when I was younger? Let's just say, I'll just say they chatted for agreement. Yeah. Then they chatted for agreement for a while as they nodded their heads. The group then started to cross across. The group started. What the fuck? The group then started to cross the large bridge as Naruto looked up as he continued to walk along. Something wrong? Something wrong, Naruto? Aang asked. No, this big rock bridge reminds me of my first B rank mission, being a bodyguard of a bridge worker. The good times those days, Naruto replied. As Sakura heard the two boys' conversation from behind her, it reminded her of Sasuke as her eyes then turns sad and depressed. And cue a flashback. In the ground near the academy, Sasuke was looking down with hatred and silence. The pain without a family and loneliness. He then spoke. What was that? Sakura questioned. You make me sick. Then Sakura got surprised from the cold words said to her. Cue another flashback. In the night of Konoha, Sasuke was leaving Sakura behind. If you keep going, I'll scream! Sakura shouted at him. Then in a flash, he appeared right behind her as the gentle breeze flowed in. Sakura, thank you. Then he hit her right on the back of her neck. End of flashback. Sakura.
Is that a scene out of Naruto or something else?
Yes, it is the scene from Naruto. Past Miki thought it would be a fun idea to put that in.
Complete Naruto noob over here, so I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know if we should actually introduce you to the manga or for the anime because, well, the anime is fun, but it's also...
But it doesn't do it justice.
It's filled with a lot of fillers because they were still trying to catch up with the manga back then. Fillers were like the one thing that'll help pad the show before they finally catch up to the manga plot, you know?
Oh god, sounds like Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, let's see. Sakura, are you okay? You look sad, Katara said. Huh? Oh, it's nothing, Katara. Things are okay with me. Sakura replied when her head was up. As the group continued to walk on, the sky suddenly turned slightly dark. Kiba looked up and saw dark clouds rolling in. Do you think it's gonna rain? Kiba asked Sokka. I bet it won't be. It'll pass by us and towards something else. Sokka sarcastically said. I don't know, Sokka. Sometimes dark clouds might be a bad thing, Aang said. I wonder how long is this bridge? Naruto wondered. It won't be long, but we can't get through this safely with things won't be too bothersome. What the fuck is this formatting? Shikamaru said. They finally went silent as the footsteps continued to walk forward. But then, Neji stopped moving, which attracted the rest to stop as well. Something's not right. I have to use Byakugan to make sure. Byakugan! Neji cried out. What do you mean something's not right? Katara asked. Neji's eyes peered through the distance from the gang, and then a large mist soon emerges right on top of the bridge where the group is. Since when did a mist moved in? Kiba wondered as Akamaru barked in agreement. Then the mist began to turn thick as fog, and they bridge anymore. Oh, god damn it, Miki. Oh. How am I gonna reformat this? Then the mist began to turn thick as the fog no longer shows they're on the bridge anymore. Then, at the next moment, Momo screeched crazily when it looked right in front of the fog as Akamaru barked along with Momo. Has those two lost their nuts already? Shikamaru asked. But Kiba has gone worried sick and shocked as he sniffed a few times. Guys, this is bad. What Akamara and Momo is saying is... Kiba's conversation had been cut off ever since they heard Toph scream as they turned to look at her, but she was gone right when she was right beside Gaara. Toph!
That's terrifying.
Gaara yelled to hear her, but there's no sound. Toph's disappeared, but she can't be far, Sakura said. Who would dare take Toph? Naruto wondered. I don't know, but I believe there's one explanation. There's someone here in the fog, Neji said. But we have to cut this fog so we can get through and find the culprit and save Toph. Shikamaru continued. Katara, I want you to use your water bending to move the fog. After all, it's also part water. Oh, okay, I'll try my best, Katara said as she got near to the fog, then started to do some bending. Slowly the fog had started to make a path, but then the fog had made hands as it grabbed Katara as she struggled to break free, but it pulled her in by force as she let out a scream. Katara! Yep, Aang yelled. He then airbent the fog away, but it grew back as one swish of his staff. He tried to go in, but Naruto had to grab him so he won't go for the same fate as that Katara and Toph had. Don't be a fool, Aang! You'll risk your own life after what happened to them! Naruto said. Then he let go of Aang, and he fell onto his knees. Momo flew to him so Aang will be comforted. Okay, change of plans. We have to stay close since there are 8 of us left. So we have to stay put, or we have to get Katara and Toph, or we get caught at what Katara and Toph had. What the Okay. Oh, hey, Danny Lockhart. Welcome back. Welcome back into
Danny.
the inn. We're in the middle of reading chapter 9 of Naruto Meets Aang. And I think this is where past Miki tries her hand in trying to implement a horror element. Okay. Let's see. I'm starting to have the feeling this fog is haunted or something. It grabs people from groups and eats them, Sokka said. Sokka! Everyone yelled at him. Okay, my bad. This is bad. First Toph, then Katara, and one of us might be next, Kiba said. Katara was close to cut through the fog, but this time I'll have to use my Byakugan again, Neji said. You sure about this, guys? Sakura asked. Let him do what he wants. If we are gonna make it out alive, Neji will get us out, Shikamaru said to Sakura. After a while, he is our team leader. Gaara finally spoke. Then Neji concentrated and cried out, Byakugan! In his view, Neji saw the entire bridge was empty. No one else beside the 8 kids is inside of it. This ain't right. No one else is here. Neji got confused. This world is weird, Shikamaru said. Then, he saw a figure in the fog appearing slowly and disappeared into a flash. Neji stopped using the Byakugan as his eyes returned to normal. Now that is weird, Neji said. What is it? What did you saw? Aang asked. I saw something alright, but it looks more like a... Neji's conversation was cut ever since 2 large hands grabbed him from the head and mouth. He struggled to get out, but it's no use. Then, suddenly, it pulled him by force as he made a muffled scream. Neji! Naruto screamed out. Neji disappeared along with Katara and Toph as the group turned to 7. I'm starting to grow scared ever since we're getting smaller, Katara said. This is starting to become a horror to everyone. Why does it have to be this fog that ruined this great journey together? Sokka wondered as he was scared with it in his own heart. Then something grabbed onto his legs, and he fell onto his chest. Then he was pulled slowly towards the fog, and he was trying to grab onto something to stop. Then Shikamaru grabbed his arms tight, so he won't let go of Sokka. I don't want to die! I have information to give to the Earth King! Sokka screamed. Hold on tight! It's too strong! Hold on tight! Shikamaru yelled as he tried to pull harder, but all of a sudden, a stronger force had pulled both Shikamaru and Sokka into the fog, as they are no longer in sight. Shikamaru! Sokka! Sakura yelled, but no reply came after. This is getting worse by the second. Who knows who else is going to get captured next? Naruto said. I don't know, but I hope Katara and the rest are fine. Aang worries. Akamaru whimpered right in Kiba's jacket, and Kiba petted his head to keep Akamaru calm. By the way, Kiba, what is Akamaru trying to say? Gaara asked him. Huh? Oh, yeah. Akamaru said there was a powerful energy that was in the fog, but the scent of the energy was gone when Toph disappeared. Kiba explained. But is that energy what you're talking about? Was it either chakra or chi? Aang asked. I don't know, but Akamaru said it was in the middle of both. Then, a small breeze blew in and gave the chills of the fear to the gang. Oh, I wish I had voice mod for this. Or you know what? Give me a minute. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can actually open that thing up.
This ought to be good.
Well, believe me, it will be good in a moment. Just give me a second. Okay.
Hello, Jay.
Hello.
Oh, hey there, Jay.
What's up?
Doing okay. It's just that I just tried to open up voice mod and it's taking its sweet time to load.
Okay.
Yep. Why is I getting notifications of NordVPN ready to install? There we go. Okay, you guys can hear me correctly, can you?
Yes.
In Discord, yeah. Do you want me to double check on Twitch?
Sure.
I'll go ahead and do that quick.
Alright, I'm moving over to Twitch.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me with this or no?
Yeah, loud and clear so far.
Well,
Twitch is also fine, by the way.
what about
Okay, I'm looking at Twitch now.
Yeah, Danny confirms he's got audio on you still.
Okay, what about the voice?
Your
Yeah, I can
voice
hear the voice.
sounds normal.
No, I meant the voice.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, how about that? This one.
Whoa. That's different.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's make this work.
Makes you sound closer to Sarah, to be honest.
Okay. No. Ah! Okay. I'm okay. Okay. Let me reiterate this one more time. Okay. Then a small breeze blew, as it gave the chills to the fear of it gave the chill of fear to the gang. And I'm gonna use this one. Get out.
Ooh.
A scary voice came through the fog. Get out. Any idea who that was? Sakura asked the guys. If it's the culprit who took the rest, it might be. Naruto said. Then Momo and Akamaru screech and bark crazily again after they hear the mysterious voice. Guys, wait. Now that I know what Akamaru and Momo are trying to say, the energy that I was talking about did belong to the culprit, but I can't get the scent. We have to get out of here, Kiba said. Then, hands grabbed the 5 last members and threw them out in different directions from each other. After that, Naruto landed hard and a few footsteps away from the last spot where they once are. He got up on his feet and he saw that he was completely surrounded from the fog. Hey! Sakura! Gaara! Kiba! Naruto yelled out loud, but no reply came after. Aang! Then he felt a blast of wind blew into the left side of his face. Some of the fog cleared a path as Aang made his entrance. I'm here! I'm right here! Aang said as he got near to Naruto. Do you know where the others are, Aang? Actually, no. Then they heard the 3 last screams of Sakura, Kiba, and Gaara. The boys got alert after they heard the screams. The fog nearly cleared up, but Naruto and Aang were still alert. Do you think... Aang asked. I don't know, Naruto replied. Then with a swish of Aang's staff, the fog was scarcely blew away and made a clearer path. But they grew shocked from fear as it struck through them. They saw their friends lying down on the ground as if they looked like people who are dead in a battlefield. They rushed to them to see if they're alive. Sokka! Katara! Please tell me you're okay! Aang begged as he tries to shake them up. Sakura! Neji! Kiba! Don't go! Naruto too begged to see if his friends are still alive. When Aang turned to Katara to face up, he was scared and frightened when he saw her face. She looked like she was dead for real. Her eyes were pure blank and pale. There was no sign of body movement nor breathing. No. This can't be. Not you, Katara! Aang pleaded as tears fell down through his cheeks. Naruto got up as tears rolled down to his cheeks too. He saw the same dead blank face. The rest were all dead, and all that's left was the 2 boys crying from the people they lost. Then suddenly, an aura blew from underneath Naruto's feet, and Aang's head grew lower and starts to tremble with anger. That monster will pay! Naruto yelled as the QB Fox chakra swarmed through his body, and at the same time, Naruto's angst glowed and his face turned to anger. The 2 boys have unleashed the most powerful creature or thing, the QB's chakra, on its one-tailed form, and the avatar state. The fog disappears when the 2 energies of chakra and chi were getting stronger. Suddenly, the small mist of fog had formed a small cloudy tornado right in front of the 2 boys. A figure of a skeleton man wearing a black torn cape and long sharp nails are looking at the 2 with burning eyes. Hold on. Get out of my Wait, no. Get out of my turf, the skeleton man said. You bring... No, I'm gonna need an echo for this. Holy shit. Okay.
You.
I'm sorry, get out of my turf?
Yep.
I'm sorry, that sounds like something like a common street thug would say, not some kind of grim reaper.
You didn't know my turf.
I know, I'm still... This was made back in 2007. Past Mickey thought this was a good idea back then.
It's alright.
Oh yes, I am the Grim Reaper. Get off of my turf.
Get off of my lawn.
Okay, let's try, let me hear what else. Echo. Okay, this is fine. No, this is not fine. You know what? I'm not gonna use voice mod for this bit because, well, we're getting good.
Yeah, you might want to. You might want to practice with that thing before you go in cold turkey.
Yeah, I should have. You bring back our friends, Aang said in the Avatar state. 'Cause if you don't, I swear Aang and I are gonna kick your ass, Naruto said.
Wait, it's a skeleton, so does it even have one?
If you wish to fight, so shall it be, the skeleton man yelled. Then the small fog around him turned into a small, cloudy dragons as they charged to Naruto and Aang. But Naruto had dodged one of the dragons and charged to the skeleton man on his feet, on his hands and feet on the ground, as Aang disintegrated the dragons with one swish of his hand. Then Naruto had slashed the skeleton fiend with one swish of his hands and leaves a dark scar on his ribs. Aang then created a small yet powerful tornado right under his feet, underneath the enemy as it blew him up in the air. Suddenly Naruto jumped onto the air, right in front of the skeleton man. Naruto raises his right arm to the level of his face. Then suddenly, small bits of chakra were gathered into his right hand, and they combined and swirled with air to create an indigo and blue-colored Rasengan. Aang made one swish of his staff as it formed to a small cone-shaped tornado from the tip. At the same time, Naruto and Aang pushed the Rasengan and the tornado sphere into the skeleton man, as it created a large white light that shone the entire bridge and throughout the parts of the forest. The whole place was pitch black. Then in moments, the view was turned back into reality. After just a few blinks, Naruto and Aang woke up underneath the large rock, and above them were Katara, Sakura, Shikamaru, Sokka, and looking at them. Naruto looked around and saw himself and Aang lying down on the ground with blankets on them. He also saw Gaara and Kiba and Neji near the exit of the earth tent that they were in. Toph was in the corner. You and Naruto were unconscious for 7 hours. Did you guys fight the culprit? Katara asked. I guess we did. I think Naruto and I defeated him, Aang said. But the big question is, when you guys get separated from us, what happened? Naruto wondered. Well, okay, who said that? I did not put a name in there. Okay, it was Shikamaru. Okay. Well, we didn't know what happened to ourselves. When we got abducted from that culprit, somehow it grabbed my heart or something. Then everything blacked out after that, Shikamaru explained. The next thing we know is that we woke up. We saw you and Aang on the ground unconscious. But what we know is that we saw the tattoo of Aang's body were losing some kind of glow, and you had the orange chakra that were disintegrating from your body. That's... Naruto tried to speak, but felt a strike of pain jolted into his right arm. Take it easy. After the fight, you have to get some rest. Okay. Then Naruto laid back as the view grows darker. Looking in the bright side of things. Look in the bright side of things, Naruto. At least they're safe and alive again. Naruto heard Aang's last words after one blink to darkness. End of chapter.
No, he's dead.
Now I think he just decided to conk the fuck out. Okay.
Oh, now he's dead. Oh wait, wrong meme.
He's dead!
That was Miki's early days in trying to attempt horror into her element. It was not pretty good. It was pretty okay, but not so hot, you know?
Well, like I
I
said,
mean,
my thing
it's about
back in
as
the
good as
day-
it. I mean, it's
Sorry.
about as good as it gets, considering it's a crossover between Naruto and Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I know. Past Miki thought that was the hot shit back then.
Yeah, I mean, in my defense at the time, my thing was drawing, and the only reason my cringe doesn't exist is because my parents did me the unknowing courtesy of throwing it out.
Let's see. Yeah, I was thinking of getting a voice mod myself and still need to practice and getting used to it. Yeah, I mean, I have voice mod, but I didn't use much of it, and I finally got, and it was only until I finally opened the program again that it requires a download, an update, and which I did, and yeah, I need to practice more into that because I want to implement voice mod when it comes to role-playing events, you know?
Yeah, that's a fun little touch.
Yeah, voice mod is like a great tool to use. It's just you know, you got to figure out how it works because you can't do all the voices yourself.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Like you can't do all the voice effects yourself. I'm going on a tangent.
I found a fan comic that is a crossover of Legend of Korra and Sonic the Hedgehog. What the fuck did I just read? Whew.
Okay, that sounds a bit strange, not gonna lie.
I thought I created weird shit, but that is weirder.
Look,
Speaking of weird things, you hear that Sans from Undertale won the Ultimate Tumblr Sexy Man poll?
What the fuck?
And Toby Fox responded to it with a fan fiction writing of his own.
What the fuck?
And you're not gonna believe who his opponent was. It was like Reigen from Mob Psycho 100. And he won by one vote.
This just proved me more a point that you should actually be a little bit more fearful to the Undertale fan base. I don't know. Well, I guess it's now time we
They will fuck with you though.
I guess it's about time we continue a little bit more on Naruto meets Aang with chapter 10.
How many chapters are these?
15 out of the supposed 20-ish chapters.
Oh, okay.
They were supposed, past Miki thought it would be a good idea to write a 20 chapter story, but she can only write up to 15 because life decided to throw 6 million curveballs at once, you know?
I know that feeling.
Now, without further ado, chapter 10. Ambushed again. In another area, not from any town or city, it was another world that was located underneath a giant cave with the glowing red crystals that were in every corner of the cave. The cave might have been dug miles and miles from the surface, but it held a city that was the size of Konoha within, and the city castle was the tallest building in the underground city. But the city was the home of the Dark Legion. In the throne room of the castle, 2 skeleton guards were bringing someone from the room, but they held in their bony arms is the same skeleton man that Naruto and Aang fought, but this time he was chained and trying to struggle away from the guards. But when they reached the center of the throne room, they brutally dropped him as the skeleton man landed with his ribbed chest. The guards left the room as Shugo came in from the door and sat on the throne of bones. He looked at him with disappointment on his face. I've seen your actions, Enmu. They are the worst skills to break down the Avatar and the rest, Shugo said as he struck his fingers that created a small, white flame on his index finger. Please, Prince Shugo, please give me... Oh, wait, I'm not doing my voice mod. Holy shit. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna...
Hey, please, Prince Shugo, give me another chance. I, the great
I was
will
literally-
Don't do it!
I was literally going to make a bone trouser suggestion for the background music.
Huh. My friends, everybody. Okay.
Hey, give Paps another chance, bro. Prince Shugo, sir. I'm sure he will do it again.
Okay.
No bones about it.
Dang it, I can't do this stuff on the spot.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, You know what? Fuck it. Let's see. Please, Prince Shugo, please give me give me a second chance. The skeleton man Enmu begged. Second chance? Why would I give you a second chance? As he jumped out of his throne, he shot out white flames right behind him with his own fists. This reaction gives Enmu a chill on his bony spine as he saw Shugo's scary face. Your job was giving those low-life children the downfall. Your job for giving those low-life children the downfall makes me sick. I don't even know why you were dead and wind up here in the first place, he yelled. Low-life spirits like you deserves to be punished. Prince Shugo, please, I beg of you! Enmu cried out. Too late. It's too late, Enmu. Very too late. He then, in a flash, performed 5 hand seals as bigger chains from the ground quickly wrapped around Enmu's body. Oh god, we're going weeb territory in this party. Fuck.
The weebs are strong with this one.
There's a reason it's called Cringe Fiction Thursday for a reason. Dark.
Subject
Yes?
on that subject I found also, I'm pretty sure I've also discovered an unfinished and probably never going to be finished sort of other fiction that includes more of the expanded cast that I have. I'm probably not going to send it over because 1, it's not finished, and 2, well, what's the point? Either ways. I will say that at one point, someone does try to be stealthy with a desert eagle.
Okay.
Don't. Yeah.
I have several questions.
I may have an answer or something.
I'm sorry, try to be stealthy with a desert eagle?
Yeah.
How do you be stealthy with, how do you be stealthy with a bird of prey that's supposed to be flying up in the air? Like owls. Owls are stealthy.
Can I get back
I'm
into...
just saying.
Can I get back
Yes,
into
let us
reading?
continue.
Yes, please continue with the fine literature here.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm psyching myself up. You can do it. Keep it together, keep it together. Dark Legion Sacred Technique. Punishment of the Death God. Shugo cried out. Just pretend that's in Japanese. That's all I'm asking you. That's all. Then...
Omae wa mou shinderu. Nani?
Then, black and red aura rings started to swirl around Enmu as they draw closer to him. Hold on. Voice mod, where are you? Please, Prince Shugo! He didn't listen. Instead, Shugo just stared at him with a blank, dull face, just as rings were closer to his feet. All Shugo said, "Die." In a blink of an eye, the rings touched him as Enmu suddenly exploded with flames. While he screamed in pain, just as the fire burns him. When the flame disappears, a small white spirit tries to fly away from the ashes as fast as it can, but it got sucked from the small remaining rings as it was gone into oblivion. Shugo scoffed as he walked away from the throne room. In the flickering lights of the hallway, Shugo stopped walking as Ira came in and threw a puff of black smoke. "How was his condition?" Shugo asked her.
"The surgery was a success. His blood pressure was back to normal and his chakra circulatory system was flowing and repaired. Shugo, I'm worried that in case if he got another sign of the cardiovascular disease, that will disrupt his jutsu. This is the second time that happened to him,"
Ira said. "I know, Ira. But without him, all of our plans will crumble. Tell our ninjas to get ready."
"Yes, Shugo."
"But also tell them to come along with us."
"You sure? After his surgery?"
"Yes, Ira. 'Cause this time, we will meet those kids again. Personally." The gang was packing their belongings in the late morning as Naruto and Aang stood up straight away after they recovered from their battle yesterday. "Finally! All of my bruises are recovered in just one day," Naruto said.
"I know. With Katara and Sakura together, things will go smoothly,"
Aang replied. "Maybe if they worked together, they would be pretty good healers that could nurse us from our horrific battles," Sokka said sarcastically.
"You're hilarious, Sokka. You're hilarious,"
Katara replied with a low tone. Yeah, it's not so good.
"Yeah, Sokka was pretty sarcastic,"
Sakura noted. "I know." Okay, wait. Who said?
"I know. Not to mention he's the second smartest guy in the gang."
"Second? Then who's the first?" Sokka demanded. Then he heard Shikamaru clearing his throat to get his attention. "How convenient," Sokka then moped.
Now, apparently it's Sokka then mocked.
No, we're not. Spelling is not my forte back then, and I want to bat past Mickey in the head and tell her what was she thinking.
Just get a little pillow and just poof.
Okay. Okay, guys, we have to move out. We are behind schedule. We got 1 hour to reach the village, so it's best if we... Before Neji can finish, fire arrows flew towards him, but it missed and landed into the ground next to his feet. This brought everyone's attention and made them alert for more. Neji then used his Byakugan, and then he peered through the forest as he saw in his eyes. He saw people in the trees who were about 40 to 50 having bows on their hands. Then suddenly, he saw people on the ground as there were 20 of them. He looked up and saw the arrows were launched and about to rain down from the sky. "Toph! Create a shield! Make it fast!" Neji yelled quickly. When Toph got the message, she earthbent the roof of the earth tent to extend so it could shield them, as Gaara used sand to create the walls underneath their stone roof. As the arrows landed, they made loud thuds as it made minor impacts so deep that underneath cracks were starting to form. Then the shower stopped, and the gang heard cries of battle heading towards them. Akamaru started barking as the Kiba gets the message. "I know, Akamaru. They're back," Kiba said.
It's not those girls with the Akatsuki ninjas, right?"
Toph asked. "It's not them this time. It's him. He said that he'll be back with the second wave. That time has come," Gaara said.
"Okay, guys, when we reach there, we had to fight the Dark Legion in order to survive,"
Aang said. It might be tough, but even if one of us didn't live, it's been nice knowing you guys, Naruto said. What the fuck is up with you, kid? Then everyone...
He said, she said, am I right?
Yep. Then everyone's heads are down as Katara hugged Aang, as if it would be for the last time. Then everyone's faces looks up, and then everyone's faces turned to look up and turned into serious faces when they face up the front of the wall. "Let's go," Shikamaru said. Then the sand wall was cleared, and the gang charged forward to the army of the dead. In the trees, Shugo was looking down from the gang. Hold on, I need to drink because my mouth is... I need to hydrate. I think that's something I should really fix when it comes to the channel points. In the trees, Shugo was looking down where the gang was fighting against the army below. Then suddenly Ira appeared in the flash, as she was right beside Shugo looking down with him. "Where is he?" Shugo asked. "He's catching up. He's putting on a few things he need," Ira said. "Good, 'cause I have plans for him that could be difficult for these children to handle." Then he heard a rustle of tree leaves behind him. He slightly turned back and saw someone landed in the branch and kneeling right behind him. "Ah, it's good to see you again, Zahi. It's nice to see you survive through the surgery," Shugo said. Zahi stood up and revealed himself to his teammates. He had a head protector covering his left eye, bandages on his right hands and his 2 legs. His left arm has a bandage cast, as his mouth too was covered in bandages. He then opened up his one eye to see and jumped to the same branch where Shugo and Ira are. "Shugo, why are we here instead of we should be down there and fighting those children?" Ira asked. Then Zahi normally blinks at Shugo. "I know Ira has a point, Zahi, but I have a reason why we have to I know Ira has a point, Zahi, but I have a reason why we have a toy to bring an army of 70 ninjas. We could be the decoy for us, as the children will be fighting them. Children will fight them until they're exhausted. In that part, that's where the real fun begins."
Yes, the real fun begins. Kicking toddlers in the playground. I want to fight some kindergartners. Those kindergartners are getting slapped.
Sometime later, the gang were alive, standing while the dead bodies of the Dark Legion lay down on the ground. Kiba sat down from exhaustion as Shikamaru sat on the helmet of a dead soldier. "This wave was pretty tough. It was worth it," Naruto said. "I'll say, but I don't think that Shugo guy can show up," Sokka said. "But this army has something to deal with us, or maybe," Sakura thought. "Or maybe what?" Naruto asked. Maybe it's part of a trap." "A trap?" Shikamaru wondered. "Correct. I'm glad you found out this is a trap just to get you weak from the battle," Shugo said as he was 20 footsteps away from the gang. "Shugo, we should have known," Aang said. I won't let you take Aang away from us," Naruto said. "In fact, we all won't allow him or Naruto."
We won't allow him or Naruto? Naruto's gonna...
Nah, I think that...
Naruto's gonna take him away.
I think what past Miki was supposed to... I think past Miki was supposed to say, we won't allow... In fact, we won't allow you to take either him or Naruto. But writing back then, this is hurt. This is just painful.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be doing this. I'm being too mean.
Now, I think we all need
We're all
to.
here to appreciate the cringe.
We all need to suffer together. Especially me, since I'm the one who wrote this. Okay.
I'd still say that.
It's okay. It's okay. I wrote my own fair share of cringe.
This is what.
I'm still gonna say that mine's worse for a variety of reasons.
I never even got past the first chapter.
I tried even my own hand when it comes to writing Champions Challenge fan fictions, and even those are fizzled out into nothing because Miki didn't actually write down a plot skeleton to lay out her story.
Plot skeleton, you say?
All right, where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? Where the flying fuck are we? Okay. Here we go. I have someone else in mind, but that will be a good option, Shugo said. Get them. Then in a flash, Zahi and Ira jumped out right behind of Shugo and head straight towards the gang. They eight in the front quickly began to fight, but they split into two groups since Ira was aiming at Katara, Sakura, Neji, and Kiba, while Zahi was aiming at Gaara, Toph, Shikamaru, and Sokka. This leaves Aang and Naruto facing at Shugo, waiting for the moment to strike. So it leaves us to this, face to face, Shugo said. But you're still outnumbered, Shugo. But you're still outnumbered, Shugo. We're already ready for your challenge after you send out your first one, Aang said. Yeah, like the one you sent for 3 days ago, Naruto said after Aang. You're ready to fight, he said. I would like to see that, said Shugo. Then he took out the swords of his sheath, and in one swish, a large white fire blasted was burning out from his sword. But the metal does not melt. But the metal does not melt in the burning heat of the flames. Suddenly, Shugo had stabbed the earth with the burning sword, as a giant white flame sprouted out of the way and landed back when the flames are gone. In Ira's battle, Katara used the water whip, but Ira's slim body actually dodges this whip, and she also dodges Akamaru and Kiba's Gatsugas. She dodges each move we make, Kiba said. Keep trying. She's bound to have a weak point somehow, Katara said. I would love to see you try. But the victims of pain is gonna be you kids, Ira said.
The victims of pain is gonna be you kids.
What? I know. Past me was not a good writer back then. Oh, Dominic!
I'm sorry, I'm being way too critical.
It's okay. Oh, hi there, Dominic. Dominic, hello. Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn as we're going through Cringe Fiction Thursdays. We're currently reading Naruto Meets Aang, a fiction that I wrote back in 2007. 15 years ago, mind you. Okay, let's see.
Man, now I feel old.
I know, and I don't like it either.
Real.
Then she took out two curvy-shaped blades, and right behind them, right behind her back, and when her hands spread, two blades spread as well, and reveals that they were actually two dagger-like fans. Wind release! Blasting air daggers! She cried out. Then, in two swishes, a large blast of wind blew on Katara, Sakura, Kiba, and Neji as wounds are started to appear on their faces. And the... Where... Wait, what? Oh shit, I lost it a little bit.
Okay,
there we go. There, as wounds are starting to appear on their skins as the wind dies down. Sakura and Kiba held down the wounds, which gave them the stinging sensation of pain. In Zahi's battle, Toph's earthbending earthbend jagged rocks at Zahi, but he leaps away from the last rock, which he sways away from Gaara's sand.
I can't believe it. Every time we make our move, he always got it through it clean, as if he was a tarantula snake.
Toph frustratingly said. She tried to earthbend again.
Wait, are tarantula snakes canon?
No, but I want to admit that's, but I'm gonna believe it's out there somewhere, you know? Because Avatar is known to have animals are, you know, a mixed mash of two different species into one new species.
Okay. I'm not gonna question it.
So, how's everyone's day been doing? We're all doing okay, Dominic.
So far, so good, yeah.
Yeah, we're all doing okay, Dominic. We're just, meanwhile, I'm just trying to survive through, self-inflicted cringe pain because I wrote this fanfic back when I was younger. Okay, where are we? Oh yes. She tried to earthbend again, but Gaara has stopped her by raising his arm in front of her. Don't go too far, Toph. This guy might be stalling us for some reason, but we're not sure what it is. Gaara said. Gaara has a point. Whatever he can do, it might be dangerous, so we better be cautious. Shikamaru agreed. Then, all of a sudden, Zahi has stood still, which brought suspicions to the fore. He gently closes one eye, and in 3 seconds, he opened his eye to reveal that the iris has changed. Then his entire body has shaken, and as Toph kneeled down and touched the ground. Now this is weird. What is it? Shikamaru asked.
His spinal cord, the skeleton, and some other vibrations. They're changing.
Changing? When they looked at Zahi, he continues to shake violently until he stopped shaking, and shown that he's completely changed. The bandages on his legs, arms, and faces were falling apart, as this brought a shock to Shikamaru's face. Zahi has transformed into Kakashi Hatake, to a point that his own clothes were changed too. Who the heck is that guy? He turned into some sort of weirdo, Sokka asked. That's because that guy turned into Kakashi, Shikamaru said.
You mean he looks like that?
Yep. Okay, let's see. I may look like the man you kids knew, but I am not him, Zahi said in Kakashi's voice. What I can do is I can shapeshift into any person which I or you know, and I can use the same ninjutsu, or bending if that's the person who I'm more from, but I can only use the attack tenfold. Then red static is forming into his right hand, which alerted Gaara and Shikamaru. This is bad!
But I can only use the attack tenfold?
Well, yes.
I mean, again, Past Me was not really good writer back then, okay? Cut me some slack.
Oh boy, this is crazy.
Then the sand shielded the four as Zahi's right hand turned into a perfect right kitty.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. You
placed a sand shield in front of us. Why would you do that?
Toph asked. Trust me, Toph. I've known this once before, Gaara said. And we're back to a flash. Oh boy, it's a flashback again. Sasuke then uses. I guess it means 10 times right? Yeah, 10 times. Exactly, Danny Lockhart, 10 times. Sasuke then uses Chidori on his left hand, and he starts dashing towards the sand sphere. The spikes began to form when suddenly, in one strike, the lightning penetrated the sand and struck Gaara at the left shoulder. After the static clears away, Gaara begins to shudder as he saw blood dripping down to his shoulder. I'm not gonna add that there because I don't have the vocal cords for this moment. I don't have the... But this time, end of flashback. But this time, the sand was made from the strongest minerals from Earth, so he won't come through. Gara said. We'll see about that. Then he dashed forward as the Raikiri is still flickering in his right hand. He was now close to the sand shield, and he pushed the red lightning forward. Raikiri! The lightning blade starts to break into the sand, and little by little the cracks are starting to form. Back in Shugo's battle, Naruto summoned 20 clones at Shugo, but in a swish of the flaming sword, they all turned back into puffs of smoke. Then Shugo was through the clones. He turned back into Aang and Naruto, but it turns out they disappeared. His hands turned to directions to find the two, and in moments, 4 Naruto spread out from the ground and hit Shugo by his fists and feet. After the 4 sent Shugo sky high, Aang jumped high from the ground, and with a swish of his staff, a blast of wind had shot Shugo down from the ground and sending a big impact on him. The Narutos disappeared in a puff of smoke, while Aang landed back onto the ground safely. In Aira's battle, she created another batch of blasting air daggers and blew them on Katara, Sakura, Kiba, and Neji, as minor wounds are growing worse. Crud, if this keeps going, we might be in pieces in the next air daggers, Kiba thought. Let's see, who said that?
Give it up. No matter how much your resistance is against the daggers, you cannot stand forever. There's no way you can stop me.
But just before Aira can brag on, Momo just slammed at her onto the face, and muffled screams were blocked from the lemur's body. With this, Neji stands straight as he rushed towards Aira with a right hand open. Jukin! With one moment, when Momo let go of her face, Neji smacked her with an open palm as it delivered a big impact onto her chest. The blow had sent Aira flying to a rock behind her and crashed right behind it. Momo landed onto the ground, eating a small bug that he took from Aira's hair. Gross.
I mean, that's what Momo does. He eats bugs.
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was Chidori. I think so too, but then again, Kakashi has his own jutsu, which he kind of teaches that to Sasuke, which Sasuke kind of develops that to his own shenanigans. It's been forever since I watched Naruto, so my knowledge is not all there.
And this is why I like Dragon Ball more. It's simpler.
I need to watch Naruto again for the sake of shits and giggles and nostalgia. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, at this point, why not?
To be fair, I think Dragon Ball's simplicity sometimes is part of its weakness.
Then again, simplicity ain't always bad, though. It means it's easy to remember.
Yes and no. I think the big... Sorry, we'll talk about this later. I don't want to interrupt the...
Sorry.
Back to Zahi. He continued to drill through the wall with a red Raikiri as minor cracks are growing larger. Behind the wall, Gaara tries to hold the sand wall as long as he could, but luckily the sounds of the lightning stopped, and Zahi was not able to move his fingers. It turns out that his shadow was connected into Shikamaru's, which created a large black line between them. He tries to move, and suddenly a force hit him in the back of his neck. It was Sokka's boomerang. At that moment, the boulder suddenly slammed at Zahi, and he flew into the air and crashed onto the ground.
The boulder slammed into Zahi!
I'm sorry, I had to.
No, it's fine. When the 3 dark ninjas are defeated, the gang approached closer to them, and they could not believe their eyes. The bodies have reduced into skeletons that send cold chills down their spines.
Did they...
Katara did not finish her question. She was too horrified to speak. No, it's a fake. Korami Jutsu. One of the technique that could replace the real one with a fake one. But they used dead bodies for the final blow. Meanwhile, with Naruto and Aang, they looked at the skeleton body with worried looks. I can't believe we all fought with this Kawarimi of Shugo. I know. Something struck Naruto. Why would they run away from us since we're their target? No. Aang, do you remember what Shugo said? What do you mean? He said he has someone else in mind. Yeah? That means he already has a target and it's not us. Then Aang realized what Naruto is saying. Whoever that person Shugo's after, he or she is in danger. End of chapter 10.
Bum, bum, bum.
2/3 of the way through.
We are getting closer to finishing up Naruto meets Aang, and we're only an hour and 12 minutes into this. How are we alive today?
I'm keeping busy. I'm working on art while I listen.
Well, how are you? But how's everyone from the rest of the chat doing? Is everyone alive? Is everyone still does everyone still have a pulse after going through the cringe that is the 2 chapters prior?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. You good?
I almost dropped my bag of Skittles. I would be very upset if they all fell to the floor.
Rip.
And these are sour.
That reminds me. I just learned that apparently like Skittles have something in them that can cause cancer. So I'm just gonna. I'm not taking any chances.
Hey yo, what?
Yeah, apparently there's apparently Skittles are banned in like the UK because there's something in them that can cause cancer. I think it's something to do with the dye they use.
But I like Skittles.
I know, and the thing is they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything about it because the US still gives them business because they prioritize capitalism over health.
Should I stop eating
You
my...
got a source for that, perchance.
Should I
saw a news article about it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
Should I stop eating my sour Skittles then?
I mean, I'd finish the package you have because I don't want to. I would at least finish. Okay, while inhalation of toxic titanium dioxide may increase the risk of cancer in some individuals, there is no evidence that. Okay, so there's isolated cases, but titanium dioxide is what they use to get the vibrant colors.
TLDR clickbait article, you're fine.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry. I did not mean to spread misinformation.
Ah!
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you check your sources.
I just only had 2 Skittles and I can feel the sour bite.
So, okay, yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry about that.
Ugh.
Now I'm gonna go and get something that definitely won't kill me. A bag of potato chips.
Are you sure about that?
I know, I was speaking ironically.
Ugh. 2 sour Skittles are kind of what I need to actually increase the cringe dose. Ugh. Okay. I like sour candy, okay? Sue me.
I tried sour worms, wasn't really my thing personally.
I like sweet and I like candy, but I also but it's kind of a spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Naruto meets Aang, chapter 11. The green beast approaches. Oh, this is the one that this is the ass pull chapter. Now that I think about it.
Sorry, the what chapter?
It'll be self-explanatory by the further we read.
Okay.
In another day of the Avatar world, the forest was filled with sunlight rays and the sounds of chirping birds that were filled in the air. Then suddenly 7 figures jump onto the branches with incredible speed and agility. It turns out that was the gang that jumping onto the branches one by one, while Toph is on Neji's back, Katara on Sakura's, Sokka's on Shikamaru's back. Later, Neji was on the ground, which made the rest follow. He looked around and seeing nothing but the empty space of the forest. Toph got off from the ground Toph got off from the Neji's back as her feet touched to the ground, so she can sense the vibrations of the earth.
There's no one here. No one but us.
Okay, we gotta take a break from here. We'll leave here in 30 minutes to get some rest. Neji said, then everyone chattered in sigh of relief, and everyone went to find their place to relax. Finally, after an hour of traveling through the trees, it's nice to have a little break so we can rest our feet, Kiba said as Akamaru barked in agreement. Let's see, you got that right. We could have go since yesterday, but unfortunately, Neji and you and Sakura were in pain, and after Aira's attack, Agara needed rest since he has too much of his chakra to make the wall strong enough, Sokka said.
I'm worried about Naruto and Aang. After the fight, they were trying to find out what Shugo is trying to say to us,
Katara said.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, look at them. I bet those two are talking about Shugo again.
Sakura agreed. In Naruto and Aang's spot, Naruto's right hand was scratching his chin, while Aang took a sip of the water pouch. Who could Shugo be aiming for? It has to be someone powerful enough to catch Shugo's eye, Naruto wondered.
Or maybe it's someone who's a second powerful than me,
Aang sighed.
If only Avatar Roku was here to help.
Roku?
Yeah, he's the Avatar before me. He helped me to save the fire. He helped me to save the entire North Pole from the siege of the Fire Nation, and warned me about Sozin's Comet's arrival to stop the Fire Lord to gain power. I'm gonna say that because that's the only way to help correct the sentence. If he was here right now, he could actually help us figure out Shugo's plans.
But don't forget, we need someone to help us out with fighting against those 3 girls with the Akatsuki ninjas. Shikamaru came along. It will be troublesome if we get caught them again. I'll say, if we need someone's help, it could be someone who's tough, cool, independent, someone like... Just before Naruto can finish, the gang suddenly heard a small, eerie noise that got everyone's attention. The sound came from Neji's bag as he opened up to see the sound. It turned out that the sound came from the keystone, the very stone that is starting to grow bright, like the time from the very beginning when they are about to go to the Avatar world to start their mission. But this time, the glow starts to grow brighter and brighter, and Neji dropped the stone as it continues to shine bright.
What's going on?
Toph asked. I don't know, but the stone's growing brighter, Gara said. With everyone's eyes shielded from the light, the stone shone through the forest as the gang heard from different sounds from the stone, and then they heard a scream of a person falling down. As it stopped, they heard someone fell onto the ground. What the fuck?
And now Sonic the Hedgehog appeared.
No! No. The stone stopped growing bright as the light died down. The gang stopped shielding their eyes. Naruto, Aang, Sakura, and Shikamaru turned to see who came out of the stone. As they gasped from who they saw. No way, Naruto said.
It can't be.
Sakura couldn't finish. But it is, Shikamaru said. Who the heck is he? Aang asked. Then the rest came to join the four, as they couldn't believe what they saw. The person who actually came out of the stone was The person who came out of the stone was... God,
Best Naruto character ever.
Oh, this would be good.
Okay, no, keep it together. Miki, Nui, keep it together. Keep it together. Why did I write this thing again? Okay. The person who actually came out of the stone was Rock Lee, Konoha's green beast. And Lee was dizzy at the same time, unconscious. Who is this guy? He's not from around here, and I guess he has a low taste in fashion sense. Sokka criticized. That's because he's Rock Lee. Most of all, he's my team member of Team Guy.
Wait, which one is it? Worst of all or most of all?
I have no idea. I'm gonna continue. This is Lee. Yep. Ouch. Naruto, I think you got your wish, Shikamaru said. What do you mean I did that? Yep, congratulations. Wait, I kinda...
Congratulations, it's a Rock Lee!
That is so dumb. Wait, I kind of remembered one thing about the Keystone. Whenever someone is in danger or desperate to get any help, they summon people from the Keystone. Aang said. Are you saying that Naruto summoned Lee here? Kiba asked. Kinda. Then they heard a slight groan from the ground as they looked down at Lee. Then Lee suddenly got up and shook his head from the dizziness. What happened? Lee asked. Where am I? Lee, I know you're in a different place. No, wait, that's Sakura. Lee, I know you're in a different place right now, but don't worry. At least you have us, Sakura said. Naruto?
Oh no, I'm doomed.
Naruto, Sakura, Shikamaru, Neji, Kiba, Gaara. You guys are also here? What is this place? How did we get here? Lee questioned to the six. It's a long story, but allow me to introduce you to some special people. Naruto showed Lee to the four. Lee, this is Aang. He's the Avatar and he's the last Airbender. The Avatar? So that's what Tsunade was talking about. I'm glad to meet you, Avatar Aang. My name is Rock Lee, Shinobi of Konoha. Lee, said. Wait, your name is Lee? That reminds me of another person whose name... Sokka was about to say the last words, but when Kiba just clamped his mouth with his hands. Not now, Sokka. Kiba whispered to him. Hi, my name is Katara. I'm a waterbender of the gang, and this is my brother Sokka, who Kiba just grappled right there. He may be a bit stupid and clumsy, but he's smart. Why did I remember that everyone taking turns roasting Sokka like he's really chicken?
He's stupid and clumsy, but he's also our best strategist. Yeah, we're all doomed.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's... where are we? Where am I? Where the flying handbasket? What was I at? Okay. And my name is Toph Beifong. I'm Aang's teacher, and I'm an earthbender. I'm blind, but I can see through the earthbending by vibrations. Toph said to Lee. I'm sorry about your blindness. Lee apologizes.
It's okay. I got used to it anyway. But one day I will get my chance to see my
Toph, save the rest of the save the rest of the story later. Gara interrupted.
Fine, I'll tell him later. The next time, don't interrupt.
Toph said as she walked away. Whatever. You guys.
Whatever.
This is so cringe-worthy. I can feel the pain going through my veins. I can feel it. Kill me. Let's see. Was it just me, or are those two getting along? Kiba whispered to Sakura.
I don't know. But let's just hope they won't start fighting again.
Sakura whispered back. Thanks for showing me these people, Naruto, but I still want to know what is going on here. Lee asked. Okay, we'll tell you everything we know. As a few moments passed, Neji and the rest of the gang told Lee about their first encounter with Azula and Shugo, and discovered that the Akatsuki ninjas is in the world where they are, but in the alliance of the Fire Princess. In the fields not far from the gang, Akamaru is chasing Momo on the grass as they kept playing with each other. I finally understand now. Our enemy is Princess Azula, right? Lee asked. Uh-huh. And we also need help to keep an eye out on ourselves in case of this Shugo guy will show up. Pretty much, Shikamaru said. Then Lee stood up, as he has the attitude to fight. Alright, let's fight him with the power of...
Oh no.
Did I say this?
You did not.
No, I gotta keep in character. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. Okay.
Let's fight them with the power of you!
Would be the preferable finishing of that sentence.
Lee shouted, then everyone started to have a pity smile and cheer as Neji's head was down by embarrassment. Yeah, me too, Neji. Kill me. Somebody...
It's as if Neji suddenly realized the cringe was real.
Dog and a monkey is playing. That is adorable, to be honest. Technically, it'll be a dog and a flying lemur that is playing. But yeah, it is cute as balls. I like writing that bit there. Somebody kill me, Sakura said disappointingly. Me too, bitch. Me too. Me too.
The feeling is mutual.
I mean, you did bring this on yourself.
I mean, it all started with just me reading out loud more of this cringe fiction, and I decided to chip in with mine.
I mean, it was worth it.
You brought this upon yourself.
And that's not all. I'm planning to do how I became yours after this.
How I became yours?
Yep.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, you're in for a fucking field trip. Then Toph earthbended a large boulder right on top of Sakura's head. Not now! As Toph tossed the rock away from Sakura, but suddenly a blue lightning shot to the boulder as it disintegrated into nothing. The sound of the
No, not the boulder! He's my favorite wrestler!
The sound of
the boulder is crumbling to dust!
The sound of the broken stone caught everyone's attention as a few got ready to attack. The blue lightning came out of the shadow figures right beneath the trees. In fact, there were three of them stood there while the gang became suspicious. Akamaru whiffed in the air and see if there's a scent. At that moment he caught it. The pup began to growl.
Is Akamaru okay? Katara asked.
I can't believe it. They're back. And it's the Fire Princess this time. Kiba replied. Then everyone stood up and started a fight as the 3 lizards jumped out of the shadows. One of the lizards...
It's Jason Bourne.
One of the lizards are Azula, Itachi, Mei, Kisame, Ty Lee, and Deidara was on a giant clay bird.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the Avatar and the Kyuubi child along with the rest of the losers.
Azula mocked. Don't be so sure, Azula. We're way stronger than you are, Aang said. And not only that, we got ourselves a new member to fight alongside us, Naruto said. Then Lee stepped out of the back and came up right in front of the gang. The 6 grew suspicious themselves, but then they saw the green beast. Is that... it's great. Who the heck is this guy? Mei yawned.
I don't know, but this guy seems interesting,
Ty Lee said. Why won't we settle this in a one-on-one fight? We pick anyone from our team, and you have to pick someone in your gang to fight. If we win, you leave us alone. You leave us and attack another day. Neji!
Wow.
If we
Yes, we will definitely comply with your request because of our egos. Because we know that you can't win. And we will definitely honor the agreement, even if we lose.
This is why kids parrot a lot when it comes to... This is why beginning writers parrot whatever they, picked up and call it good writing back in the day, when not knowing that they should actually study it, you know?
Yeah. Don't I know it? I practically... one of my fanfiction concepts was ripping off the Shadow Dragon arc from GT.
Oh boy.
There was a Shadow Dragon arc?
Oh, in Dragon Ball GT, yes. There was a Funny story. So what happens was all the negative wishes all the negative things that the Dragon Balls cleaned up with the wishes got stored in the Dragon Balls and they broke. And now they're dragons and you gotta fight them to purify them. That's the long and short of what the arc's about.
That pretty much sums up the plot of Dragon Ball GT at the end of it. Goku gets transformed using evil Black Star Dragon Balls. They find out that they have to purify the Dragon Balls. They fight evil spirits that have manifested from the wishes of the Dragon Balls, etc.
What the actual...
I thought it was a good idea to... I thought it was a good idea to take that concept and put it in Super Mario.
Oh no. That's a recipe asking for pain.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, where the fuck are we? Okay. A small duel. How lame can that be? Itachi said.
But what if we win? What do we get?
Then the gang looked at each other, and they thought about the worst. Then, you take us, Kiba said. Then, Naruto and Katara Sokka were shocked when they heard the worst that Kiba said through his lips. A malicious grin graced the lips of the opposing gang. Kiba, Neji, you can't let them take Aang or me. You know what Tsunade would say if we lose half of the mission. It would be a failure, Naruto said.
Naruto is right. I don't want to risk losing like the way I lost my mother,
Katara agreed. Okay, guys, I'll handle this, Lee said confidently. What? You sure? Sokka asked. Trust me, I know. Then Lee stepped forward in front of the opposing gang. I will be the one to fight for Naruto and the Avatar. Great. So this fuzzbrow kid will go first? Perhaps I'll take him. Deidara said.
Just a moment, Day. With those bandages on his hands, that shows that he's a fighter in a hand-to-hand combat. I'll take him.
Ty Lee said. Whatever. Then she walked forward as she was 10 steps away from Rock Lee. They then took their battle poses, and they stood still with confidence. Everything was quiet, as if the world stood still. Suddenly a leaf falls off from the branch and gently glides down to the ground. Just as the leaf was on the ground safely, Rock Lee and Ty Lee dashed at each other, and they were ready to attack. Ty Lee did a few pointed combo fists to Rock Lee, but he dodges the moves as fast as he can. She tried to punch him at the stomach, but he backed up right before he got hit. Let's see. Rock Lee, be careful! She can block pressure points in your body, and you can't move a finger! Sokka yelled. Thanks for telling me! Lee said as he continued the fight. This time, it's his turn. He did 2 kicks at Ty Lee and 5 combo punches, but she blocked the kicks and punches by using the hands to guard her face.
Your name is Lee? I also have a last name that is Lee. I'm Ty Lee, she said.
Another person named Lee. What a great coincidence. Rock Lee did... Yeah, I know. I finally realized what this chapter is about, and I'm fucking suffering.
It's so funny because, like, on paper, Ty Lee and Rock Lee fighting actually sounds kind of cool.
Rock Lee did an upper kick to Ty Lee, but she pushed away the foot with her hand and tried to do more combo fists at him as fast as she can. But he bended his back forward and then back downward. Then a hand was about to strike him into the face. After the hand was away from Rock Lee's face, Ty Lee tries to counterattack him with 2 hands together to make 2 strikes, but luckily, Rock Lee was able to dodge the strikes before it could hit him in the pressure points. They pulled back from each other as they took their battle poses.
You're good.
So are you. Will somebody hit somebody? Naruto said it at the top of his lungs. They then peered back at each other while they are still in their battle poses. Sweat falls from their heads as the battle is getting tense. This Ty Lee is good, but as what Sokka said, I mustn't lose my guard and risk getting paralyzed. I can do this. I just have to picture what Guy Sensei who I'll be fighting with. No, I just have to picture it was Guy Sensei who I'm fighting with. Rock Lee thought. Then, with his imagination, a second image overlapped Ty Lee. As a small part of her remained, the image turned out to be Might Guy on his battle position. Much better. A smirk graced on Rock Lee's face.
That smirk in your face might show you have an idea. I like to see it.
Then Ty Lee cartwheeled herself towards Rock Lee as he was still on the ground. Just as Ty Lee was about to make her fast flip and her feet would kick him, Rock Lee made a move which the 6 ninjas knew. Konoha Senpu! Then he kicked her with his left leg, and the force of the leg was so strong that it sent Ty Lee flying towards the nearby tree. After she slammed on it, the sound of groan and pity of awes were sounded off by the teams. Of all the Konoha Senpus that lead through, this one bites, Neji said. Then Ty Lee got up. One of her arms covered her lower chest as she took deep breaths and coughs a few times.
That kick was pretty strong. From the looks on Ty Lee's that kick was pretty strong from the look on Ty Lee. She might have a lung collapse or internal bleeding from the impact,
Sakura thought. Ty Lee tried to stand straight, but a few wobbles occurred to her feet, causing her imbalance.
Azula, I don't think I could go on. Welcome back. Azula, I don't think I can go on. It feels like my ribs are a bit broken,
Ty Lee said. Azula made a small twitch in her eye as a frown is hanging in her face. Before Azula could order her to continue the fighting, Itachi's hand touched her shoulder as it brought her attention to him. Azula, look closer at Ty Lee. When she did what Itachi said, she saw she's trembling and started to cough more. If you force her to continue fighting, you only place your friend into more pain. You wouldn't risk seeing your friend into more injury, would you? Then flashbacks of her battle with Gaara flew into her thoughts as it stopped when it reaches to her part where her leg was crushed by the sand. Then her head went down a little. You have a point. I don't want to risk seeing my old friend. Wait, you have a point. I don't want to risk seeing my old friend wind up in the same pain as I have. Azula have to agree. Good. After all, a good leader sometimes has to put his or her teammates before themselves. Very well. Oh my god, I remember this part.
Seems a little out of character for Azula.
I know it's out of character because past Mickey thought I'd say, hey, I want to do a little bit of a shipping game with these two. Okay? Okay.
Of course there was a shipping game.
Well, yeah, because, shipping was, well... oh, this hurts. Okay, you can go through this. I mean, you had to psych yourself up in order to read My Immortal one day. This is nothing now, Mickey. Okay. Very well. Very well, Azula said with a minor blush occurred to her cheeks. We'll be back for the children later.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
I know, I shouldn't be.
Now I need a drink.
I'm gonna need some beer after this. You 11 may win the fight, but you will never win the War of the Nations. Then Ty Lee got onto her lizard as May helped her to balance. You still have the healing clay, right? Kisame asked Deidara. Yeah, Deidara replied. Now would be a good time to use. Then the six retreated as Aang's head grew low like before. Something wrong, Aang? We won, didn't we? I know what Azula... I don't know if Azula has a point. What if they won the war? What if the stuff might be difficult? Then all the stuff might be difficult than I ever imagined, Aang said. Just don't think about it, Aang. You're the Avatar. Your job is to protect the other nations from destruction, Naruto said. He has a good point. And our job here is to protect you. And to help us stop the Dark Legion's plot, Gaara said. Thanks, guys. If you weren't here right now, we'll all be in danger. We'll all have more trouble from the past 6 days. Aang thanked the ninjas. Then the ninjas chattered in welcomeness and in thankfulness. Welcomeness is not a word. Let's just say the ninjas chattered in thankfulness. Lee, did you picture it was Guy Sensei? Did you picture it was Guy Sensei you're fighting with? Neji asked. Yeah. It's one thing I have to do to win. Lee said. Oh, big mistake. Welcome back.
Oh god. What is this sound effect?
Let's see, where are you? Well, big mistake. Try imagining it was Tintin that you're fighting with. Picture Tintin. Then a small image of Ty Lee in pain came into the thoughts as it slowly turned into Tintin, the same pose of Ty Lee in pain. The image disperses as Rock Lee's shocked faces and shock from the image as he thought, what have I done? I've hit a girl! It took you that long to notice? Meanwhile, back in the dark black world of the Dark Legion, Shugo was in his garden full of black roses, admiring the dark flowers underneath a giant red glowing crystal. Later, Ida came into the garden with a scroll on her hand.
Shugo, I have the results of the armory that we're preparing, and the medical results of Zahi.
After he took the scroll from Ira, he read through every detail, and a small smirk graced his lips. Excellent. You served me well, Ira.
Thank you, Shugo.
A small blush appeared in Ira's cheeks. Now leave me. I need to be alone.
Yes, sir.
Then Ira disappeared in a puff of black smoke. As Shugo was left alone, he lit up a ring of fire as it turned into a circle of flames. Instead of burning the grass, the flames didn't even harm it, but Shugo was looking at the flames with a frown on his face. One of these days, I will have you. Then the white fiery circle revealed a shadowy figure of a person, but the face is unknown.
But the face is unknown?
End of chapter 11.
Interesting.
Are we all alive? Are we doing okay, everybody? What's
I
it?
leave.
It's as cringy as shipping an OC with a canon character. Danny, now see here!
I mean, here's the thing. If the canon character is technically single, it's...
I mean, it would I'll have you know, I like to do shipping with OCs with canon characters. I mean, that's what I tried to do back when I was in Naruto. Back when I was in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fandom I was back then. That I kind of like to ship with one of my own OC with Polnareff. Okay, there I said it.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Polnareff, you do have taste at the very least.
Yeah. I like my extra thick kings, okay? And that's thick.
Unfortunately, he turns into a...
Don't say it! Don't say it! One of us here has not finished part 5.
Oops.
I just also have 10 plus psychic damage after remembering that fact. I'm okay. Keep it together. We're only 12.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to spoil anything for anybody.
You're forgiven, but the fuck. But how's everyone holding up from the pain? Are you all alive?
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
See, I'm building up my psychic resistance by working on something while you're reading.
I mean, I bet you like something else extra thick. No, don't. No, Danny, no. How dare you?
No, none of that. Shame on you.
But also,
I like me a thick ale.
I'll have you know that's thick with 2 Ks.
Oh boy.
I guess we should oh?
Anyone knows the voice effects?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'd try clownfish for a bit. Now, voice mod seems a bit pricey, but I'm just still demo it with the clownfish.
Well, want to continue more into Naruto meets Aang, everybody, or well, oh my goodness, we're in a 2-hour mark. Maybe we could try finishing chapter 12 today.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's gonna be the last chapter for me, and then I'm gonna get ready for my own stream. Yeah, I'm gonna. I just finished. I've just finished like Insomniac's Spider-Man, and I want to get to the DLC.
Fair enough. Let's see if we can finish Chapter 12 today. Chapter 12, The Unknown Village. It was late morning in the Avatar world. The sunbeams shone into a small, peaceful village, somewhere near a forest, which covered a small road which leads to there. In a building, a figure was peering on the window, staring at the other people walking around, and some of the children playing. Suddenly, the mysterious person heard a distant voice calling behind him. "Prince Zuko! Prince Zuko!" The voice of Ira called the banished prince. "I'm here, uncle," Zuko replied as Ira stepped inside. You better have a good reason why we're here, uncle. I don't want to stay in this place for too long. I know you're impatient and tired of waiting, but I went to see the village elders, and they gave us instructions to go on a simple bay, to go to a simple bay that'll take us to Ba Sing Se. Good news.
It's a long, long way to Ba Sing Se.
Good news. How long shall we wait till we go to the bay? 4 days. 4 days? I can't wait that long. Zuko, they have a reason why we have to wait for 4 days. Remember, one must not force the leaf to fall from its branch. I don't care. Well, I don't care. I'm worried in case he seems like he's a bounty hunter or something. Then a short silence until a sigh breaks away. Fine. I'll wait for 4 days. In the gates of the village, the gang stepped inside and entered the village as they walked along the road. Finally, we're here. After 5 days of traveling, we have reached our location, Neji said. No offense, Neji, but can we reach to a health center or something? Because I can't hold on to Naruto for so long. He's a burden on my shoulder, Sokka said as he carried Naruto onto his shoulder while Naruto is exhausted from traveling. He is a burden on your shoulder, Kiba said as Akamaru barked in agreement. I forgot. What is the name of the village again? Katara asked. What? Well, according to the maps, this place is called... Just before Sokka could finish, they heard footsteps coming forward to the gang as they saw a young man dressed informally. He stopped walking as he greeted them with a bow. Welcome, travelers! You must be the Avatar! What a pleasant surprise! The man said as he saw Aang. My name is Kin Cho, and I'll be your guide. I hope you'll love to visit or stay in our village. Excuse me, Kin Cho, but can we visit the village hall so we can remind the villager we're here? Oh, yes, of course. It would be an honor to guide the 11 warriors. This guy motherfucker's taking it casually. As the gang followed the man, Naruto finally relieved with it. Fucking hell, what is this formatting? What is this? As the gang followed the man, Naruto finally relieved from the exhaustion and stopped drooping on Sokka's shoulder. Man, what a way to travel. Naruto shook his head. Huh? Where are we? We're in the village, which is from the map, Naruto. We're about to head to the village hall to see the leader. Aang said. Oh, is that so? They then reached the building of the village. They were amazed how astonishing the building is, how the roofs were in perfect curves and windows were polished and cleaned, and the beautiful designs of the poles that supports the balconies. Isn't it amazing? The village hall is our village's pride, and we worked hard in order to keep its beauty, Kincho said. Well, it's not so bad, Shikamaru said. Just before Naruto can walk away to the left, He saw something that caught his eye that seems very familiar. He saw two statues made of a gray stone, but one of the statues is someone that Naruto remembered. Guys, look at this! Naruto cried out to the rest. When everyone gathered to the statues, Aang, Katara, Sokka quickly recognized the second statue. That statue! It's Avatar Roku! So that's what Avatar Roku looks like? Lee asked as Aang nodded his head. And this is the second Hokage! Why is the statue of the second Hokage doing here? Huh? Neji asked. I'm glad you asked that question, young man. You see, many years ago, before the leader and me or I was born, the Dark Legion rose up from the underworld and was destroying everything in its path for their one goal, to take over the world to rule. Many nations tried to stop them, but they were powerful at the same time. But when Avatar Roku discovered a very rare jewel that has magical properties, he summoned the help from another dimension, and the Dark Legion was sealed away, back into the underworld where they belong. Avatar Roku then called the jewel the Keystone, and gave it to the second Hokage for safekeeping, and also as a gift for saving their world. If it wasn't for those two, we will never have this monument of them right now, Kincho explained. That's some story, Gar said. Exactly, now let's get inside. Our leader is waiting for you.
Exactly, now let's get that inside!
Kincho went inside
That's definitely not important.
Kincho went inside of the large gates. The gang has no choice but to follow the man inside. Hold on a second, I need to hydrate.
Yes, don't forget your water.
Kincho opened the two doors as they step inside of the room that has a long table, and underneath are red cushions aligned in 2 rows. Beyond the edge of the table is a man reading a scroll, and that has blocked his face from being seen by others. Great leader, they are here, Kincho said to the unknown man. Oh, is that so, Kincho? Then he put his scroll down and stood up from the large cushion. The man revealed himself to the gang. He has gray hair that has a high knot, a long goatee, and the same bang that Shugo had, except it was in the left side instead of the right. The gang were suspicious when they saw the man, but it seems like there was no threat in him. He gave the gang a smile as it shows that he's friendly. Greetings, young children. Sit down, please. You all must be tired after such a long travel. You've gone to, the man said. Then everyone sat down under the cushions as Kincho sat on another cushion that's near the mysterious leader. Comfortable? Good. My name is Reigo, the leader and the ruler of this village. I will now answer your questions. Wait, do you know we're about to ask you some questions? Do you read our minds or something? Shikamaru asked. Oh, I've known a few things, that's all. I also know how Kincho and you also are wondering how Kincho easily recognized you at the moment you stepped inside the village. Well, days ago, there has been rumors that a few children who has been said they're from a different world are seeking help from a different world. I did a double type. What? Okay, keep it together.
I guess rumors.
Keep it together. Well, a few days ago, there have been rumors that a few children who has been said they're from a different world are seeking help from the Avatar. At the same time, are protecting him. We're listening. Toph said, we've soon made outposts not far from our village that we keep an eye out in case if you'll come here. But we already knew that the Avatar is the last airbender, and will come and will be easily to notice.
Wow, in this village I'm easily noticeable,
Aang said. After 3 days of surveillance and waiting, one of the Watchers found you all in our village and got ourselves into order. We knew it'll be an honor to have you stay here. It was nothing, Reiko.
Neji thanked them.
So, tell me, who are your enemies that try to capture you or trap you children?
Rego asked. Well, we have Princess Azula from the Fire Nation who sent the Fire Lord to capture Aang.
Katara said, terrible, very terrible. We also have the Akatsuki ninjas who mysteriously got here, but they're also helping the Fire Princess. Go on. And not only that, we also got ourselves the Dark Legion's ninjas, and one of them, his name is Shugo. Then Reigo's eyes grew a little wide after hearing the name of Shugo. Shugo? Suddenly his body trembled a little bit. It made Toph's toes twitch. He then stopped trembling as his rolled fists turned back to normal. Kincho. Yes, sir. Kincho replied. Show these children to their quarters. The 11 rest here for the night. Yes, sir. I'll be meeting you again in the afternoon. In the meantime, you'll be shown to your quarters to rest.
But Rego...
Just go. I need to be alone. The last line have interrupted Sokka's questions as he followed the rest alongside with Kincho. Just as Rego was left alone, his fist slammed into the table as he was trembling again. Why? Neji is lying down on the cushion with a suspicious face, while Sakura is fixing Katara's braid. Naruto is playing rock, fire, water with Aang. Shikamaru is playing Paisho with Sokka. Kiba is playing with Akamaru, and Toph is lounging in a large cushion of pillows, whereas Gaara is sitting on the windowsill, and Lee is lying down on the cushion. Guys, I believe we should start investigating for some clues. Neji finally said something. You sure?
Wait, you sure, Neji? We just gotten here in this place, Sakura asked him. What makes you think we could start investigating? Sakura, Neji might have a point. You see, earlier in our meeting with Rego, I picked up some vibrations from him after he said Shugo. Feels like he's trembling.
Toph agreed with Neji. Trembling? Aang wondered as Toph nodded her head. I'm not gonna finish that. This is redundant as balls. Okay, so that's one clue. Whoever that man is, he might be hiding something from us, Neji said. When Katara looked away, she saw Lee with a face that shows sorrow and misery.
Hey, Lee, what's with the long face?
Katara asked him. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Then she gave him a blank, serious face. I miss Konoha, and I'm worried in case of that guy sensei or Tenten will wonder where I am. Teacher's pet. I heard that! Lee jumped from his cushion. Lee, I know you miss home and being far away, but they'll know what you went off to a mission that Tsunade gave you.
Naruto said.
Let's see. Does that keystone get... But without telling them where I am, they'll be worried sick if I don't come back. Lee said, does that keystone can help transfer people back? I don't know. All I can remember is a few things of the keystone, but not the words to transfer the people back. I'm sorry. Oh, that's okay.
I hope Tsunade can actually cover up Lee's absence in Konoha,
Sakura said. Tsunade sneezed out loud as she was working on their paperwork.
Tsunade, are you okay?
Shizune said as she held Tonton in her arms.
Yeah, it's just a common sneeze.
Tsunade said as she made a sniffle. Back in the meeting room...
Yes, the common sneezing joke.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a staple at this point.
I think it's based off a Japanese superstition where if you sneeze, it means someone's talking about you.
Back in the meeting room, in the Avatar world, the gang met up with Reigo while he was drinking tea.
I'm sorry for my disturbance earlier this late morning.
Reigo apologizes.
It's okay. Some people are like that sometimes.
Is there something you want to say to us? Naruto asked.
Yes. You see, in this very village we are staying is filled with refugees and wrongly accused fugitives, and some of them are from the Fire Nation, such as a great ex-general Jongjong and his followers.
Jongjong was here?
Aang jumped under his cushion with excitement. Of course, Avatar. But after he stayed here for 3 days, he completely disappeared alongside of his followers. He left behind no clues or which directions he'll be heading next. All that we know is that he knows what he will do.
I was about to find him here. Aang groaned.
It's okay. You'll find him next time. Naruto comforted him. You were saying, Reigo? Kiba asked Reigo to continue. As I was saying, a few moments...
Spell comforted, right?
Don't. Comforted. I mean, it's a Filipino thing, okay?
Hey, listen, English is something that is hard to get right, especially for even for native speakers.
Yep.
But it reminded me of that John Freeman thing. Anyways.
I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch can't pronounce the word penguin.
English is a bitch.
Yep.
Let's see. As I was saying, a few months pass. Fire Nation troops and bounty hunters are attacking the village lately, and our defenses are starting to grow short. We cannot hold on to the defense ourselves for long. That's why we need you 11 to help us. You're gifted to fight for the sake of the others, and we need your help badly. Then suddenly, Rockley stood from his cushions as it brought everyone's attention. Reigo, you said you knew a few things, right?
What? Lee asked him.
Why, yes. Why would you say that, child?
Reigo questioned him. Lee paused for a while and sighed to answer the question.
I need to know what are the words to get me home through the keystone.
In that answer, it shocked a few members of the gang, including Reigo.
Lee, must you say that right now?
Sakura asked him. Sakura, if I stay here for too long, Guy and Tenten will be worried where I'm gone to. I didn't left a note or inform anybody where I am. And if I'm gone for too long, they'll send an Ambo ninjas to search for me.
You know, he does have a point, Shikamaru said.
Reigo's hand scratches his forehead, and he sat up from his cushion and walked towards Lee. He placed his hand on Lee's shoulder, then gave him a little smile. Lee, I understand you're a bit homesick and missed a few people that you loved, but your friends need your help to face the terrifying enemies that they will be stronger. Oh, what the fuck? You might be needed by these people. Then Momo crawled and climbed up to Lee's head, and Lee patted Momo onto the head by giving Lee a gentle purr. I guess I'll stay here with you guys. made his decision as everyone cheered. What the fuck? It was.
That was easily resolved.
Yeah, I mean that was that was stupid of me. That was.
I don't want to do this. Yes, you fucking do. Yes, I do.
It was late evening in the unknown village. Inside of the meeting rooms, Rego was writing down on a parchment with an oil lamp that supports the light in the darkness. The two doors opened a small.
The darkness.
The
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. The two doors opened as a small creaky sound caught Rego's attention. He didn't saw who it is, but he got himself a small dagger underneath his sleeve. But instead, he saw Naruto and Aang coming towards him as Rego discarded the dagger. Naruto, Aang, why are you here in the middle of the night? You both should be asleep, Rego asked them. But we're curious of one thing, Rego, and it's also happened here today, Aang said. In the late morning after you said Shugo, you made a small tremble which Toph fell on the earth, and Neji knew right away you might be hiding something from us, Naruto said. Then Rego sighed as he turned his head back from Naruto and Aang. Alright, here's the truth. I have a son who was once the heir to the village throne, and my only child after my eldest daughter passed away. I loved him so much and cared for him greatly. That is until one day, Fire Nation troops invaded this very village, and tragedy snatched him away from me. I lost him ever since, Rego explained. I'm sorry, Rego. I believe that it was Shugo that took your son's life, Naruto said. There was a long silence right after what Naruto said, but then, yes, it is him that killed my son, Rego said. Now, you two must get to bed. Since it's getting late. You don't want to be cranky in the morning, won't you? You might be right. It is getting late, Aang said as he heads towards the door. Remember, you two. I hope you will protect us here in our own Mizusuna village, Rego says. End of chapter 12.
Ooh boy.
I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark here and say that Shugo is his son. Dun dun dun.
Have a cookie. Yep, just have a cookie, Jay. You deserve that. Well, that's it, fellas. That's chapter 12. We have done 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 chapters long and 2 hours and 14 minutes. I think that'll be it for today, folks. Oh man, this is painful.
A lot of progress.
This is painful, and we're only 3 chapters away from finishing Naruto meets Aang. Can you believe that?
I believe it.
One step at a time. I have to admit, I was half expecting him to sigh and say, "No witnesses."
Okay, I guess this is where we're gonna call it here for now. But I did have a lot of fun reading, and I'm actually glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
We have to share the pain together.
Yep. Even Danny, yes, it's easy to tell. Okay, Danny Lockhart, here, you also get a cookie too. Everybody gets cookies. Everybody gets
You get a cookie! And you get a cookie!
I think I'm gonna lay down and probably get some beer.
And I better get started on my own thing too, but hey, I ended up finishing the thing I was working on while you were reading.
Who knows? Maybe we might get another Naruto meets Aang, and we'll finally finish this story. And I think I might have to host a poll to see what next cringe fiction we will read for Cringe Fiction Thursdays. Yep.
Okie dokie.
But until then, I'm gonna call it here for now. thank you all for actually coming into the paper plane inn. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Alright?
Alright.
Night. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.